culture person. Hey, Mr. Coast to Coast. Hello. How are you? How are you today?
How are you? I'm okay.
I'm doing good. So I wanted to tell you, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and talk to us and answer the fans' questions. I'm very, very, very excited about Ladies Month, only because I know that, we are in a predominantly male-driven culture or sports or, pastime, however you articulate it, mostly it's male dominated. So I was really very excited to bring a lot of women who have different things going on in the car culture, and some introduce some of you guys to the rest of the people, and also just let you guys talk about what it is that you do in the car culture and your feelings about the car culture and different things. So what I'll do is I'll get started with one of my questions, and then I'll get right into the fans' questions, okay?
Great, thanks.
All right. So my first question is, tell us how you got started in the car culture.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on. Like, just make the introduction and everything. So I'm glad to be here. I first got into the car culture, I just love cars. I always have. I remember I used to take Sunday drives with my dad and my sister, my brother, my mom, and he had a 2-door Blue Regal. And we used to love piling up in that car and going on those Sunday drives. So, he washed it down, white walls, everything. And it just was something that I've always liked to do, wash my own car to this day. So I've always messed with cars. Even when I first got my own car, I did things to it in high school, things like that. I always had nice cars, but I just really started, putting money into a build. Like the past 3-4 years, I started doing that, buying wheels and doing interiors and all that stuff like that. So it's just always been a passion of mine. I've always been the girl that my friends call. They had a flat tire. Some was smoking under the hood. They would call me. Literally call me. Because they know I tinker with cars. I used to be able to do it with my grandfather. Mr. With he had a 2-door Bonneville when I was in junior high, and he loved that car, and I hated it because it was so big. But now seeing what they do with these Bonnevilles, these G-bodies and stuff, now it's like, I would have drove that car. It would have looked like how they doing these G-bodies now with the big wheels. So, but anyway, yeah, I always just liked nice cars. That's just been something I've always been into. So tell
us a little bit about what it is that you do in our car culture, because I know you got quite a few things that you do. So give them a rundown of the list of stuff you do.
I think you exaggerate.
I'm not.
Yeah, okay, so really basically right now I am in a car club. I'm in Upper Echelon Car Club based out of Alabama. And the only reason why it was out of Alabama is because it is so far a few in between where you can find females that are into spending the money that you spend, fixing up a car like how you want to fix up yours, and y'all ride. So I ended up meeting up with the car club in Florida Classic last year. And then I was like, all their cars is nice, every last one of them. So I was like, my truck, I need to, get involved. And I actually like that idea too, because they do travel a lot to different shows in different cities, different states. And I'm at the point where I can travel and I can leave home and I can do things like that. So I thought that would be something nice to do to get me out the house and get away from home. So I'm doing that with Upper Echelon Car and Truck Club, and I actually am wanting to find a G-body too. So when I'm done with this truck, I'm going to get me a G-body, and I'm going to do that.
G-body.
Girl, I'm going to get me something. I swear I'm going to get me something, and I'm going to probably do a whole makeover on it. And it's going to be fast. Now, I ain't saying that it's going to be one of the fastest. But we going to do what we got to do to make it what it needs to be. And I a little bit involved with it, the bank racing team here in Dallas. So that's the home team. And I hooked up with them and a bunch of cool guys. And they are very well known as far as racing big wheel cars. So, you know, and they do teach, and you gotta catch on fast if you want to keep up. So that's just something that I'm doing right now with that on the other side.
I agree. I like them as well. I like them too.
Yeah.
What else? Tell us what else? What other business is that? Even if it's outside of the car culture, because the one thing that I was just talking to someone about, probably right before the interview is, really what I think, it's our duty to do. Especially with the climate of the world now. It's our duty to try, I guess there's no other better way to say it. We got to build some millionaires. We got to build some millionaires. We got to speak it into existence. We gotta, it's my duty to, if you call me and have a question, not act like I'm too good to answer it. We have got to reach back. And now, wait, let me just first say this. I'm not a millionaire, so just get that straight.
Right.
But it's our duty to build each other up, to make you for you to make me feel like I can be one, or for me to make you feel like you can be one. So with that being said, I need you, even though it may not be something that's in the car culture, we need to know what all types of business ventures you have. What are you doing? What's all your businesses? What you got?
My daughter, one of my oldest daughters, she's there. My girls are girly girls. Nothing like they mama. I'm not saying I'm not a girly girl, but they are so prissy and girly girls. So they like hair. So we started a hair company. It's called Boss Beauty Luxury Hair Company. And
type that for me, and I'm gonna pin it at the bottom so they can go follow that page.
Okay, I sure will. And right now I'm just being a dealer for Corleone, like, you know, trying to get.
Why didn't you say that before? When you talked about the car club?
I don't know. I was just talking about the car club then, but yes, I do. I am a dealer for Corleone. I've got on those folks' nerves so much.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Them about wheels and tires and whatnot, and being up there in they shop and just taking pictures. That, you know, I got a good relationship, good rapport with them. And Mo, he was like, if you want to get out there and try to help, you know, we're coordinating sales on the wheels and, you know, whatnot, then go ahead, give it a go. So
I like Mo.
Yeah, he's real cool. He's real cool. The whole team, actually. So I'm doing that, and just like I have an account set up here locally with tire and wheel and tire manufacturers. So I sell the wheel and tires too. So
why you got a lot going on? Didn't I say when I first started? Tell us about all you have going on in the car culture. So
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
So not only
I hear you.
The time for being modest is over, ma'am.
I hear you.
You got it.
Yes, ma'am.
So not only are you in the car group, in the car club, the upper echelon, you are a rim dealer and a tire dealer. So they can get their rims and their tires from you.
Yes, they can.
I'm saying that's dope.
Several accounts set up with different manufacturers out here outside of Corleone. that they can come hit me up for a new set of tires. Just let me know what size, and I got you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing that, just a supplemental income aside from what I am by trade. So
this is what I challenge you to do. I love everything you're doing. I love it.
Thank you.
But don't say just a supplemental income. Okay. Say you got to lead with authority. You got to speak it into existence. You are in the car and truck club. You are a rim dealer and you are a tire dealer. It's not just you are. That is what you are. And if that is your goal to be doing that, well, let me use myself for example. My goal is to get away from corporate America and do something in the car culture as my sole bread and butter. And I feel like the conversations you and I have had, we've talked. So I feel like that's your goal too. Exactly. Maybe I'm mistaken.
No, you're not mistaken.
Right. So what we got to do is, and this is no slight to the boys. Boys, y'all don't feel some type of way. But what we got to do as girls or women or whatever we call ourselves, ladies, is we gotta push each other in that direction. You know what I mean? Like everybody is different places in their confidence and in their walk in the car culture and in their faith and different things. But like I said, and I always refer to this song. I don't even know what the name of the song is, but in the song, Jay-Z says, "What's better than one millionaire? Two." So we already boss.
Exactly.
We trying to build some millionaires. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that is what we're gonna do.
I hear you. And that goes along with my post I was making earlier today. Like we have to build for ourselves. We can't wait for somebody else to do it for us. It's not gonna ever happen that way. And you have to put the effort and your money where your mouth is, and you have to go out there and you have to look beyond what you know is standard or normal for you and push towards something a little more higher than what you already have knowledge of. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm a female, like you said. It's so few of us. You should see how they look at me when I go in these tire and wheel and tire companies. They just like, who are you working with? And I'm just like, I came to set up my own account. And they're like, oh, okay. So it just be like, I'm a woman, So, but yeah, I'm putting my best foot forward, and I'm gonna be what I'm achieving to be. I want to actually end up having my own wheel and tire shop. So the only thing is, you got to get the building and all that kind of stuff like that. But it's a work in progress. So
it's coming. Mm-hmm. It's coming. We're gonna speak it into existence. We're not gonna say. We're gonna just say it's gonna happen. So let's get started with the fans' questions. Someone wants to know, when are you moving to Alabama?
That gotta be somebody in my club, girl. You know what? I said last year that I was gonna move to Alabama this summer. This summer, 2020 has got everything thrown off right now. So as soon as I get my arrangements back in order that I need to have in place, then I'm going to actually be trying to get a place in Alabama and come between Alabama and Texas. So
the things that you do with the car culture, you think it'll be a little bit difficult, like with all your accounts and things like that? Would it pose a problem for you to live in Alabama, being that a lot of your stuff is based in Texas?
Not at all. No. Okay. Because I can partner with people here that can be added to your account, that can call and do things, and I don't have to be present for that. I mean, and if they're doing the work, then, they get paid for whatever they do, or they make their money however they make it. But I don't mind, sharing or helping somebody else, get ahead or whatever. I mean, as long as we still got it open, I can come back here, or I can even open accounts in Alabama. So, hey, once you know the blueprint, you just keep adding to it. So that's what.
After this, I'm gonna have to talk to you so I can get a job. Okay.
I hear you.
I'm always trying to find something else to do to make some more income.
Yes, 3-4 legs worth of stuff going on. I hear you.
Someone asked, what's the top 3 best looking vehicles on Corleones that race, in your opinion?
That race? Well, you gotta go with every car in the Bang racing team, because all their cars on Coley's. And I'm serious. I love every last car out that club. I do. They got an up and coming car that's gonna come out, and when everybody see that, it's gonna be like hands down. You know what I'm talking about. So right now, I'm gonna go with the Bet the Bang racing team on Coley's, and I really don't know any other cars that are racing on Coley's. So we'll let you be prejudiced. You got a team, so we're gonna let you be prejudiced. Thank you.
Do you find? Oh wow, this is good. Do you find it hard being a female in a mostly male-dominated field?
Yes, I do.
Talk to us a little bit about that. What's some of the adversities that you have faced? You kind of touched on one of them. You said that when you walk in to the tire place, they like, who you with, or who are you here to pick up for, or whatever. And it's like, I'm here to set up or pick up for myself. Just one of the best adversities I think is against women is the knowledge. Like, it's like there's so many other things that we could do. Why get involved in a male-dominated area like this? And I feel like when there's been, like, back in the day, like, I know women like to ride, alongside their man, or, and be with them that way, but I like driving my own stuff. I like driving my own stuff, so I'm sorry. I can ride sometimes too, but and when it comes when you have that responsibility to, like, to fix up something, like as much money as you put into a vehicle like that and make it all nice, you also want to know how to maintain it. And so that's why I find myself trying to educate myself. It's not that I'm being nosy. You can be pegged that you're being nosy, but it's just that I'm trying to educate myself. I'm trying to learn what I need to know in case something happened and I don't got this installed in my car or put this on my car. Where do I go to fix it? Because 9 out of 10, somebody else gonna fix it for you, but they gonna hit you over the head to repair it or fix it. And a lot of stuff that I did to my truck, I did it myself. Like, my truck was my own blueprint or my own thoughts, like my interior, everything I did to it was my idea. So being that I did all that, I had to also, run into some problems and ask people how you do this or what did I do wrong. But at the same time, I'm willing to go through that to educate myself, to build my knowledge base on what I need to do in order to keep something like this and maintain it. So that's what I think one of the adversities is what we don't know. It's like, man, she don't know nothing about what she getting into or what, but that's okay. I'm willing, to figure it out. So that's what I'm just like, just because we women, don't count that against us. I can use this up here too. Right. What made you decide to get so which came first, the rims or the tires? Did you get with Corleone and start dealing rims first, or did you do the tires first?
No, I had my truck fixed up first. I had bought my first set of Coley's last year, April. And then after that, I got involved with doing the dealing with them.
Okay, so you bought the rims, and then you got involved with being a dealer, and then you started getting started being a tire dealer.
Because the thing with by my first set of clothes, I had already known most customers before, because I had bought my first set of 26s from him, but they just wasn't forged, because I told him I wanted to learn how to drive on these 60s, because the first set, I tore them up. I curb checked them, I scraped them, scratched them, everything you could do. Blowouts, I did that on their first set. So I was like, I had to prepare myself that when I drop out these racks for these forge, that I am not going to let that happen to me. So far so good. I have had 2 blowouts, but it was my own fault. But other than that, I mean, I haven't had no problem. This is a very good brand.
What made you decide to do the tires as well?
Because I didn't like buying retail. I mean, you gotta understand. I know a lot of people, and like, there's a lot of women in my family, and they call me too, because I'll go change my grandma's tire, or I'll take her tire off and go take it to the tire shop. She got a flat in the driveway. I do stuff like that, and I got a lot of women in my family that won't go near a car. So I was like, what y'all paying retail, get it from me, and I save y'all a little bunch of money just because I love, showing love to my people. I really do. That's why
y'all heard what this lady said. Y'all get with her for them tires. Because next time I need me a set of tires, I'm going to be on your phone like, hey, girl, hey, I need some tires.
Yes, all the way up to size 32. Now, they got some 34s, but with the shortages that they have right now, the deliveries, I mean, it's been hard to get anything from a 20, I want to say 26 and up. It's been hard to have them. They stock been depleted, but pretty much because they haven't been getting their shipments in. But I'm sure that once everything comes down with this COVID thing, we'll be all right. So I'm hoping to buy a couple of sets of big wheels and big tires at least to have on hand, just in case they get sold out like that so fast. I mean, they went fast. You call one week, they got them. You call the next week, they out. And you don't know when they getting them again. So, yeah, I'm going to try to stock up on the big wheels for sure.
All right. So what is a fun fact that your followers and fans or supporters would be surprised to know about you?
I want to say that I hardly ever talk about it, but I was a beautician for 8 years before I became an RN. So,
really,
I want to say, yeah, I did hair straight out of high school. I went to.
You didn't like it?
It was that I didn't like it. It's just I like making my own money. I always have, because I did that straight out of high school. Your own independent contractor, and you promote your own business. I love that, and that's probably why I'm still doing it to this day, in some kind of way. But it just got to the point where it just was too much for me. It just was too much for me. The client base, and then like when these times like this hit, the first thing that people stop doing is getting their hair done. So you take a hit in your pocket too, unless you budgeted, for periods of time where there was a lack in your income, whatever like that, or your clients coming in. So it just was little stuff like that. But otherwise, I'm still into it some kind of way. I'm gonna start a hair company with my kids. So
right. What do you prefer, street racing or track racing?
Street racing is fun. I ain't gonna lie. That street racing, it have your adrenaline like going, like, cause it's just all the elements that's involved. Like when you're on the track, you get on the track. When you hook on the track, you're going straight down the lane. But street racing, cars can spin out. They can be more accident prone, things like that. But it's just when they do it right and none of that stuff happens and they still win and whatnot, you be like, oh shit, that was a hell of a race. I mean, excuse me.
The reason, no, you're good. Okay. The reason that you like street racing is because you got that dangerous side. It's illegal. So you're like, oh man. It's always a chance that the cops can pull up. You're like,
oh, they do. I've had to run a couple times, yeah. So, but yeah, yes, I have. But it's all fun. I mean, it's serious too. You have to take it seriously, and you have to be mentally prepared to be a street. Not anybody can just get out there and race on the street because they made a bet and they want to win some money. You have to take that seriously. So many lives are at stake when you street race. So it is an acquired skill. It's a learned skill, and it's something that you have to take seriously. But when you see people that do it, and they do it well, and they do it for the culture, they do it for the sport of it, I love all that. I just think it's so awesome.
Do y'all race on the flashlight or the arm drop there?
Flashlight. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you feel about in places where they race on the arm drop?
I don't know if I've seen an arm drop because it'd be so dark. In the places that I've been, that in order for it to not be an issue with, jumping out too soon or leaving too soon, the flashlight has always been there. I think that would be more fair for both drivers because you can actually see it. There's no.
I like the flashlight better.
Yeah,
I like the flashlight better because arm drop. I done seen arm drop races take. I'm exaggerating, but 4 hours
too. Yeah, the spectators will be able to see, hey, he said go, you know what I'm saying? And he hit the little light, and then everybody already know, they going down the street or whatever. But when you do arm drop, people can be like, what happened? When, what? I ain't see that or whatever. So I think flashlight is the better way to go.
So are you going to race the Monte Carlo? I'm saying Monte Carlo, but are you gonna race the G-Body?
Yes, I plan on, but I'm not gonna jump the gun and say yes. I plan on because I don't know how much I will learn and be efficient and ready for racing. If I'm not ready and somebody tell me I'm not ready, I won't race. But if my skill set is there and I'm prepared enough to do it, then I'll do it. But one thing that I do want to learn how to do when I get in my car, my G-Bike, whichever one I pick, I want to know how to do donuts. Like, I want to spin in the parking lot. That's so silly, but I love that. I just want to learn how to do that. So
we're going to call you the donut queen.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Tell us the most valuable lesson you have learned throughout your time in the car culture.
I have learned that your build is your build. And regardless of what other people want to see you do with a certain type of car, that they feel like it should be done a certain type of way because that's standard or that's how it typically is painted, or the interiors, how it's done, and it's more original or better stock, and the value is this and this and that. Do your build the way you want to do your build. I've seen so many people argue with people about how they're going to do their own car, and it's like, you're not spending their money. Right. So I think that's one of the most valuable lessons is build how you want to build. That way you don't deter off of your plan that you got already figured out in your mind.
What advice would you give to females looking to get into the car culture? Whether it be because you do so much, so whether it be someone looking to get into the club atmosphere or being a rim and tire dealer, what advice would you give them?
I would say that it has to be in you, and not something that's like you just thinking you want to do it for a couple months down the line, and then you don't want to do it no more. I mean, if you actually want to start something and finish it, it's something that you got to be passionate about and be dedicated to do. You will have ups and downs. You may lose income at the same time, but don't let losses deter you from where you want to go with, what you want to do with your car or whatnot. Because if you shut down every time you lose, you'll never finish or accomplish anything. So I would advise another woman to, don't give up and to stay dedicated to whatever she plans on doing. Yeah.
That's pretty dope. Where do you see Boss E Beauty's brand in 5 years?
In 5 years, just being successful and helping bring other women on board and sharing what I've learned with other women that's trying to do what I'm doing. I love to. It might not seem like it, but I like talking. I like sharing knowledge and wealth, and that's one thing I love about you. Like, you are so into women, helping women, or just helping people in general. And that's the same way I am. I'm very approachable. You can call me whenever, and I'm like, what can I help you with? How can I help you? I'm always willing to do something to help somebody else. So in 5 years, I just want to see myself at least being successful, and these ventures that I'm taking on, that I've accomplished them at least twice. I've done at least maybe 2 cars. I opened up 2 shops, maybe. I don't sold like 100 instead of Corleone, something like that. I mean, just things like that. Just want to see myself progress and advance to make whatever I'm doing now just the best it can ever be.
Well, that's okay, because these people about to start calling you for they tires. Y'all heard what this lady said. She can get y'all some tires. I don't know about for the low.
I'm in Texas now, so
hey, listen, they ship them.
Shipping. Oh, okay.
They ship them.
And and it's okay, because some of the manufacturers that I have, they have sister facilities in different cities, so they can go and they can probably pick up in their home city also. So.
That's what's up. So listen, now we're about to get you some shops all over America.
Hey, let's do it.
We're gonna speak it into existence. Like I told Nika the other day, Nika about to have the bus trips going around the country to the races. You about to be supplying the tires and rims to our tour buses.
Let's do it. Listen, I want to be on the tour bus. Wherever we going, let me know. I'm getting on.
Yeah, I think we'll talk about that offline. But I just want you to know that I really, really appreciate from the time that we have. I don't even understand how we came to follow each other or met or whatever. But I appreciate meeting women that are the word I'm looking for. I can't even think of the word I'm looking for. That are willing to network. You have never said, well, I don't know, or, it's one thing to, it's a saying, and I don't know who said the saying. I want to say it must be like from Africa or something. The saying is, many hands make light work. So it means that if we all work together, the load is not so heavy. Right. So, like I said, I really want us, me and you, and me and everybody watching, me and all of our followers, to start to get in the mindset that we got to build some millionaires.
Exactly.
We gotta build, you know, and I'm not, if I'm not the one who's supposed to be the millionaire, that's cool too. But I'm just happy to see you go be a millionaire.
Right.
I'm just happy to see
you in the game. You just want to be in the game. And if somebody take off with it and run with it and they outshoot you, hey, I'm happy for you, you know, but I'm still in the game. What I bring to the table, you know what I'm saying, will help you make yourself be that millionaire, possibly. Right. So I understand. I'm with it. It's cool.
So those were all my questions. Tell everyone what you want us to know about you in closing.
Oh yeah, just hit me in my inbox. If y'all want to holler at me, talk to me, ask me something, you know, just hit me in my inbox.
You better clarify. You listen. You better clarify.
About business.
If it ain't about business, it's about personal. You better say that because they'll be in there.
About business for sure. And yeah, I'll try to get you connected with the right resources. So, you know, if it's not me, I'll be happy to direct you in the right way. So,
you know, one thing I love about the women in the car culture is,
what's that?
You ladies are so connected.
Oh,
y'all so connected. It makes me listen. It warms it just, like Smoke say, it touched the good side of my heart. That y'all just so connected. Mm-hmm. I can call y'all and be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, I got you. Right. That makes me feel good.
And it makes me feel good because when I need my G-body parts, I know if I can't get it out here, I got you, right?
Right.
So you're very well connected. And I'm glad that I got friends that got connections and resources as well. So
yeah. I feel very blessed to have boss friends.
As I am too. Girl, you just understand how many people I've seen that there is a category of people that are workers and people that are supposed to be bosses. Everybody ain't made to be workers. Everybody not made to be bosses. But when you find the lane that you rock with and it fits you, man, I mean, you can just shoot to the moon with it. Like, I don't profess to be like a boss, but the lane that I'm in, I definitely know I can manage it.
What I just tell you, you got to speak that in existence.
Exactly.
You got to speak it in existence. And so your name says it all.
Oh, girl, thank you. That's just probably from being household names. Starting in the household, being a...
Well, no, but now it moved from in just your house to being a household name in many houses.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm at the point in my life where I know the tongue is a powerful thing and we got to speak things into existence. Yes. So anytime you talk to me, whether it's publicly or privately, I'm not going to let you not speak it into existence.
I hear you.
I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you. Huh?
I got to call you more often now.
Right. I'm not going to let you not say, because, you know, we are like unicorns. The girls, when I say girls, I don't mean any disrespect. But the girls in the car world, we're like unicorns. It's not a lot of us. Mm-hmm. It's not a lot of us. And I just think we have to, it should be like a sisterhood. So when I find it more and more, and you know, I get that we all have different personality types. All girls are not going to be kumbaya. You know, some people are just extroverts. That's not their thing. Mm-hmm. And I get that. That don't mean that they don't like us or they just not that person.
Right.
But when I have found some extra dope girls in the car culture, you know, with it being so many millions of men and just a few of us, I'm just happy and blessed to know you ladies. And I thank you guys for...
Well, thank you. Thank you for bringing me on. And I'm really glad that I have met you and that you're taking this, you know, this new found, how do you say, way to network with, you know, women in the car culture and bringing us all together and, you know, making sure that we at least know of each other or have some kind of be able to contact the relationship, and that we can connect and network out, even outside of the guys, that we're affiliated with or know, because there's so many more of them than us. So
that's what we gotta do.
Guess what you're doing, girl. I respect what you're doing.
That's what we gotta do, because guess what? We gotta keep these boys in line. They don't know, and they'll never tell nobody, but we keep them in line, right?
Oh, girl, I don't know about that one. I don't know right there. I can't. I gotta learn too much before I can even start camping like that. I got too much to learn, but I hear you.
I can't tell you how many of my days spent cussing these boys out in private.
Yeah, when we do get to know what we need to know, you ain't gonna be nobody gonna be able to tell you nothing. So I hear you. I know exactly where you're coming from.
Right. Carl G gave us a compliment. He said, "We're rare diamonds." That's very nice.
Thank you, Carl G. That's so sweet.
Well, I wanted to make sure that I got you on and let you cover all of the things you do in the car culture, as well as the things you do outside of the car culture. I want to tell you thank you again for taking time to sit down and speak with us. And yeah, I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for having me on. And anytime you need another Ladies Month or interview, I'll be there.
I got you. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.